What's up guys, Mark back here with another video, and today we are taking a look at which Sony camera is going to be best for your vlogging and YouTube needs. I was originally going to take a look at a total of 4 cameras for this video, which was going to include both the Sony a6000 and the a6300. But while I think that these are amazing cameras, without that flip-up screen, I think those cameras are better suited for someone else behind the camera. So today, I want to solely focus on the Sony cameras that are equipped with the solo shooter in mind. First of all, there are pros and cons to each of these cameras. The pros to owning the RX100 Mark IV are, it can in fact record 4K with direct pixel readout and no pixel binning. It has a much smaller form factor, perfect for busy people that are on the go all the time. It also has a very high quality built-in pop-up viewfinder. The RX100 Mark IV also comes with an extremely beautiful high-resolution screen. It can also record ridiculous high-speed video, up to 960 frames per second. And last but not least, it can also shoot stills up to 16 frames per second. So what about the Sony a5100? Well, here are the pros to buying that instead of the RX100 Mark IV. It has a tap to focus screen, very handy when you don't have direct access to the controls on the back. It has a faster autofocus that includes phase detection, significantly more autofocus points than the Sony RX100 Mark IV. The ability to interchange lenses, whereas the RX100 Mark IV is a fixed lens and fixed focal length of 24 to 70 millimeters. Lower noise with increased ISO. So perfect for those of you that are wanting to shoot in lower light conditions. And oddly enough, a longer battery life, considering the fact that the RX100 Mark IV actually has a higher capacity battery. And last but not least, with a kit lens package, it's about $350 cheaper than the RX100 Mark IV. As far as compactness and portability is concerned, I'm going to say that the Sony RX10 Mark IV is probably going to win. I'm not going to say by a landslide or anything, but it does do a phenomenal job considering its size and weight. I've got it right now just on a regular old selfie stick, nothing special, nothing seriously robust or big or beefy or anything, but it does make it extremely easy to do walk around vlogging style videos without having the hassle of getting an extremely large flexible tripod so that you can hold that extremely large DSLR on top. So I love this little camera as far as the size and the weight is concerned. The image quality is pretty damn fantastic as well. So the biggest drawback with these types of cameras is that there's no audio input. I've gotten quite spoiled with the Sony a6300 actually having an audio in jack. It may lack the headphone jack, but at least I can get some sort of high quality source sound directly into the camera without having to set up yet another device, be it an external recorder and an external microphone and all that kind of stuff, trying to get good quality audio into my recordings without having to do a whole lot of extra post-production work. So if audio, which it should be, if audio is a big important part of your vlogging style, then you're definitely going to want to either A, invest in an external recorder, an external microphone with its own power supply, something of that nature, because these cameras with no audio in, they're just not going to cut it for you. So just for a quick comparison, this is what the audio sounds like coming out of the Sony a5100. The biggest problem with both cameras in this situation, the RX100 Mark IV and the a5100, the microphones are sitting directly on top of the camera, behind the lens. It would be so much better if the microphones were actually pointing toward the talent, the person talking to the camera, but for whatever reason they didn't do it like that. It's an odd design choice, I know, but that's just the way they made these cameras. So if this kind of audio is not going to be acceptable to you, or if you demand a higher quality, you are 110% definitely going to want to get some sort of external microphone and some sort of device to record that audio, whether it be an external recorder, some sort of wireless setup so that you can plug it directly into your computer, whatever the case may be, but the audio is not going to be that good coming directly out of both of these cameras. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to pretend that I know what's best for you and your needs. The audio and image quality from both of these cameras is so close that under the right conditions, it would be very hard for me to soundly recommend one over the other. I think ultimately the size, weight, the battery life, price difference, and the need to interchange lenses are the real deciding factors here. Hopefully I've given you some extra insight that will help make your buying decision just a little bit easier, and if I have, links to both of these cameras will be in the description down below. Every time you make a purchase through one of those links, I get a small kickback that helps me to continue to make these videos. At any rate, thanks again for stopping here at the Photo Video Show. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I will catch you guys again in the next one. Peace.